Well, good evening, folks. Good evening, all. Welcome. Right, anyway, thank you for joining me this evening in what is Bonfire Night here in the UK. Gunpowder plots and all that nonsense. There'll be no gunpowder plots in here, though, I'll tell you that much. There'll be no gunpowder. Oh no, siree. Down with gunpowder, we say. Loads of fireworks going off in the background. You might be able to hear one or two loud bangs as we progress on through the stream. Of course, I'm sat here. I do not go forth to any firework displays or any such nonsense. No, I'm not sick. Do I sound sick? I'm tired. I always make a big mistake before streaming. I have a routine that I do on a Tuesday, Monday stream. On a weekend stream, it's not so bad. On a Tuesday, Monday stream, I come home from work, get home about 4 o'clock, and then I do my exercise pretty much straight away, which lasts about 45 minutes. Some cardio exercise. So I do my cardio exercise. When I finish my cardio exercise, have a shower, get into my pajamas, put my dressing gown on, and then I sit down and start watching some YouTube videos, you know, getting myself ready for the stream. And without fail, I always end up dozing off. I always set my alarm. I was going to say nightgown. I don't know what that's like. I don't know what I'm going to say. Nightgown, my dressing gown, or whatever you want to call the damn thing. In my nightie, yes, in my pink polka dot nightie. Yeah. But I always set my alarm so that just in case I do happen to fall asleep, which is a certain, well, not a certainty, you know, but it's about 80% chance that I will probably end up dropping off. That I will get awoken by my alarm at 10 to 7. And I think I dozed off for about 5 minutes. I didn't actually go to sleep this time, but I think because I didn't, I feel worse. I should have just had a half an hour power nap. And I probably wouldn't be so bad, but yeah. So that's why I'm at the start of a midweek stream, I'm always just trying to come round, you know. But it doesn't take me long, don't worry. I'll be back into the swing. Less of the old talk, please. Less of the old. Righty-ho. So whilst fireworks are banging off in the background, we are going to show those that dare to use gunpowder that that's not the way to go. So without further ado, we're going. Yeah, 5 minutes notice are definitely not as good as 30-minute power naps. I shall take heed, and I shall sit down next time and have a proper sleep. Okie dokie. So we're going to get ourselves into the campaign here. Diwali's on Wednesday, isn't it? I've got a load of Sikh friends. And we usually play football on Wednesday, and they're all saying, "Oh no, it's Diwali, we can't play football, it's Diwali on Wednesday." And I said, okay, no problem. But then I have 2 games on Wednesday, so the second half they're all like, "No, we can't play, it's Diwali." The first half, who were all Sikh as well, all said, "Oh no, we're going to play football, forget that." We need to work off all the food. So yeah, so I should be playing football Wednesday, but yeah. I have in the past gone down to the local temple and watched the fireworks. But the Sikh temple near me is literally about a 2-minute walk down the road, so I can see the firework display from my bedroom quite happily, in the warm. although you don't quite get the same atmosphere, and you don't get the lovely, the sweet jalebi. You don't get any of those, do you, when you sat at home on your backside? No, you don't. Anyway, I digress slightly. So here we are. Here we are on the campaign map. And I think as we left off in the last session, I've been watching a little intermittently since I'm watching Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z! What the hell? Dragon Ball Z? What is that nonsense? What is that rubbish? Oops, could be heresy. I don't know. I've never seen it. Anyway, so yeah, we were pretty much ready to end the turn, from what I can remember. We were preparing ourselves to take Uzun up here from our neighbours and former enemies, potentially. We locked horns with them. And apparently, if we take a look at their... Oh, we can't quite see them. But if we go to the diplomacy screen and we bring up... let's get this going here. Who are they called? The Yonezawa. When we were doing negotiations...
Let us hope that today ends well. Now speak of your wishes and intentions.
Look whose name. The Usugi. Remember these guys from the original campaign? Yes, we had quite a big to-do with them, and we may be having another to-do with them very shortly, although this time, fingers crossed, it'll be a lot swifter, and we'll put them out of their misery far quicker. Emperor, I saw it was Emperor Sephiroth, yes, who brought that to my attention. Nice to see you. Hello, Liv, is that Liv to sculpt? Welcome, welcome. How did the bunnies turn out? You were crafting bunnies past couple of streams. Anyhow, I kind of don't want to end the turn. What misery will befall us? This is the thing about a Total War game. It's this, no matter what game it is, no matter which Total War game it is, it's medieval, Rome 2, blah 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 blah. Ending the turn when you're not quite in control is always a damn harrowing experience. But I think we were to end the turn. So let's end the turn, start the session, and see what shenanigans we can get up to. If we can take a couple of lands this session, that'll do me nicely. We're in no massive rush. You know? Here we go. Fingers crossed also. I remember from the original campaign, every time we ended the turn, the game seemed to crash on us. But there's been probably patches since then and new computers since then. Hopefully there'll be no crashing issues. And I just love how quick the end turn phase just flies on by now compared to what it used to do. That lingering feeling, yes, that you have forgotten to do something. And that is born out of the fact that more often than not, I have forgotten to do something. Because I tend to miss things and forget things when I'm distracted. Also when I'm not. So 2 clans have been destroyed already. Indeed, you spot correctly. Who are they and what's happened to them? The Toyama have been crushed like bugs. As have the Chosu. The Chosu. I don't recognise any of those names, and I don't think they're local to us. We have 2 more Spear Levy. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. As we head north to see Uzun, how are they getting on? They are recruiting troops, although they're not recruiting troops as quick as we are, which is a blessing in disguise. I think we are still... I think we're still in winter. Yeah, we're still in winter. So there's no immediate rush for us to go marching off and causing ourselves all kinds of grief. But we are getting close to, I think, as many troops as we might need to take Uzun. I think if we do need to go and take Uzun, we will pretty much take... I think we'll leave a couple of spear levy in there, just in case. But I think we're looking at how many turns? We're looking at... what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns to get up there. So it's not actually a swift affair. It looks like it's just up the road, doesn't it? But it's quite far away, apparently. My agent can go in the city, but he's going to have to do something. Insight Revolt, and that's 450 with a 48% chance, and this also has a chance of killing him. So I'm not overly stoked about doing that. Could lead to a rebellion, and given that this settlement isn't completely pro Shogun yet, there's a remnants of the Emperor's cronies in here, it might potentially cause some issues, but I don't think it's worth the risk. I'd rather keep him here for now, just keeping an eye on the situation. If we lose him now, we could be scuppered. He's providing valuable intelligence. So in terms of the coin, we have 6,000, and what's happening? I'm getting a phone call. Excuse me. Hello? 8:30. Okay, bye. Right, sorry about that. Where were we? 6,000 coin, 947 per turn. More recruitment required, of course, and then building work. And I don't really want to. It is off. It is off. It's on mute. It's on vibrate rather, so it's not going to disturb you. And if it was somebody that I didn't need to answer it, I wouldn't have answered it. But it was just the evening call as to what time I want my dinner. As you can appreciate, quite an important phone call. Had to take that. 8:30, of course, for the half-time break. So we're not going to make any. I don't think we're going to upgrade any buildings for the time being. Farming might be the next one that we do. But as I said, I'd rather keep my coin for recruiting these troops for now. Once we've taken, because this is quite a high priority, once we've taken Uzun, we might have a little bit of a period of consolidation where we might upgrade some of the other buildings. But for now, we'll just happily plod along as we are. There's nothing much we can really do at the moment. Other than... what is for dinner? I don't know actually today. It's going to be a surprise. We can't quite get another trade just yet, but we can in the next turn because our port will be upgraded. So we should be able to get one more trade partner in the next turn. Clan development, we've got plenty of turns left before that kicks in. So we don't have to worry about that. Finances should be fine. So we're just kind of... which is something I don't really like doing in a Total War game, but we're kind of stuck powering through the turns at the moment. And we are now in spring, which gives +1 to happiness across all provinces. The blossom on the trees, the cold weather beginning to lift. Ah, such a glorious time of the year is spring. The sign of positivity. Warm weather's just around the corner, and these guys still recruiting troops. But as I said, they seem to be recruiting one at a time, whereas we're recruiting 2 at a time. So we are recruiting quicker, but they will get 5 turns of recruitment where we're walking towards their lands potentially. What we are hoping for secretly is that they're at war with this clan up here, the Kubota, the Kubota. So we're kind of hoping that Well, they're not at war, actually. They're kind of... semi-unfriendly with them. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Hostile. Why are they hostile with me? What is your problem? What have I done to you? Wow, they really don't like me. Why is that? Alliance with an enemy clan, different allegiance. Okay, Morioka. But some of the, I'm assuming that some of these are Imperial, but they're not quite as bad. Like the Aomori. Can we see them? No, we can't see them, but... We can now trade with the... We've got the trade upgrade. We could trade with the Kubota. The Kubota. What an awkward name to say. They'll accept trade. Well, they can trade. Whether they'd accept trade is another matter.
I do not wish to listen to you, but politics makes for strange.
Huh. Nah, they're not interested. So although we have got the extra trade available, there's nobody that can or is willing to trade with us at this current moment in time, which is perfectly fine. It's okay. You don't want to trade with me. It's your loss. And more troops. So we might as well go for a full stack army, right? So if we leave these, say 2 in, that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with a general. So we are getting up there. Of course, it is worth bearing in mind that their army will have the benefit of, if they're recruiting, of course, traditional units, which they probably will be a little mix, they will get the charge bonus benefit that we are after. So, should be wary of that. Okay. So again, construction complete, lovely, and in terms of upgrading the port even further, I don't think we can without any upgrade to our clan development, which is fine. So we're recruiting, we're going to end the turn one more time, and then we're going to make a decision as to whether or not we continue on this same path of continuously... I wonder if we were building an inn, so we can recruit a geisha, which I completely forgot about. So we'll recruit that, and then we'll send her on her merry way down here to spy out the Shimotsuke clan, because we're in the dark there, aren't we? So yeah, well, that's a good idea. Get them scouted out, just to make sure that they're not launching some kind of an attack on us that we're not aware of. It's good to have an eyeball on the situation. You need to recruit some archers. I do need to recruit some archers. Yes, you're right, but we do not have the facility at the moment to recruit archers without a dojo. We could have had that as a dojo, but my plan was to take this, because this has already got a dojo in it, and therefore this is going to be our recruitment sort of capital. So we're hoping to take this without archers for now. I don't think they recruited another unit that turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they've got 7 units in their army. They'll have a garrison as well, which, can we tell what the garrison is based on their stronghold? They get a garrison of infantry. And do they get anything from this? And some spear levy. Yeah, strength in numbers is the game here. Strength in numbers. I'm sure it will work like a treat, a royal treat. So the money is slightly decreasing, slightly going down, but we're still in the positive. We're still turning we're turning a profit now. Still turning a profit, so nothing for us to be overly concerned with just yet. And my geisha can't move just yet. She's only just been recruited. Construction complete, and here she is, ready to do what she does best, which is, I don't know what she does best. Cavalry, archers, samurai, and ninjas. Yes, we are going to have to employ a few tricks to succeed here, but trust me, we'll do our damnedest. We'll do our damnedest to make that happen. We are not above underhanded tactics to get this done, I can quite assure you, if necessary. So take a page from Yes X book. Right. So we're still ending turns.
What is your bidding? I must rest.
Yes, you must rest and you must move quickly. Less rest, more moving, please. I need to see what's going on down there. Thank you, please. All right. So are they still recruiting? I think maybe they've stopped recruiting and they are now building a cannon range. Ooh, that's not good, is it? Is that a defensive thing? No, I don't think it is. I don't think it's like towers. I think it's just the ability to construct wooden cannons. All right. So it's the training of artillery units. Okay. They're probably going to be inaccurate and stuff. So if they're not recruiting any more troops, I'm thinking we probably have enough to win this battle as things stand. If we take our general, Yamakawa Hiroshi, and send him forth with all of these units, I think that should be sufficient. Right? If it's not going to be sufficient, then we deserve to lose the next fight, you know, because we outnumber them. So we're not going to besiege, because that would be highly dangerous. So we're going to starve them out and let them come to us. Oh yeah, sorry. Take the katanas as well. Yeah, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, obviously, they could recruit troops whilst we're marching up there, which is fine. But it looks like they may have spent some of their coin on their cannon range, so they may be holding off. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to their 7, plus any garrison. So we kind of outnumber them 2 to 1. So this should... We've probably got... I'm not quite so sure, but we've... don't know if their troops will be as experienced as ours or not. Because I don't think they'll get the bonus, possibly, maybe, not so sure. We'll have to see how that pans out. But yeah, we're in a good position here. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna go for it. Now we're not gonna declare war right yet. We're going to just move close. Request military access, or you could declare war. We're going into their land. We could request military access, but that's a little bit. That's like a diplomatic relationship. Asking for military access and then using that against them is going to really give us some massive problems in terms of our, not honour, but our sort of level of treachery. So we're going to have to declare war, but we shall declare war in the next turn. So Fukushima is now a bit more lightly defended, but we... she moving? No, she's moved. Right, so she's moved. We have that plus our garrison. we can see at least to there, so we don't need to recruit any more troops now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let our cash tick over now without doing any building work, without doing any construction, just to get a little bit of a kitty going, if you will. Although we could upgrade that. That's going to take away from modernization, give us extra 600 wealth, extra happiness to the province. It's only 2,600. Kind of tempted to upgrade this now. It's going to take 5 turns anyway, which is going to be as much as it takes us to get up there. So I think actually, change of plan, we will go for that. Just give us some general wealth as well. And does help with that modernisation. Keeping the modernisation at bay. So that's fine. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. In terms of the diplomacy, let's just take another quick look at what's going down here. So the Sendai, let's have a look at them. These are our allies. They are friendly with the Morioka. They do not like the Kabuto. That's good. That's good stuff. We agree. We agree wholeheartedly. And these guys, the Nagawaka, our other allies, they are really having some trouble down here. Look at all of these clans. This is a bit of a problem, but well, we've got problems further north. But I think my short-term plan actually is going to be, don't know who these people are, but they're not down as enemies. But I'm thinking that we should capture this island to the north and have this as a little base of operations. Really, I know we're going to have this as our main recruitment area, but I think having this island would be quite handy. Use this as some kind of a maybe a base of infrastructure, if you will, a way to make money. No trade. Going through the land of our allies. We could have gone through the land of our allies, but it's quite the detour. And I don't think declaring war early is a problem. In fact, it might be a good thing. It might force them to come out of their little hole here and meet us in the field of battle, which would certainly be more beneficial for us. So, yeah, we're not overly concerned with waging war in the next turn. Oh dear! You fill me with such confidence and such joy. The battlefield will be okay. Okay, dokie. Who are the Mito? The Mito were the clan that were to our southeast, I think. Yeah, the Utsunomiya are the clan to our direct south. Next to them were the Mito. They've now openly declared war on us. They were just hostile before, which is fine, I think. It's fine, not a problem. We'll take them all down. Yeah. So we can't do anything about this. The question is, do we call our allies in to help us here? What do we think? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm thinking the more the merrier. The more the merrier. You know, let's bring him forth. Bring forth all the powers that be. What have we got to lose? I mean, ultimately, if they end up sending men to help us, I don't know. I don't think you get. Do you get any sort of negative diplomatic penalties for calling your allies in? I don't think so. Do you know what? We're going to see what happens here. We'll experience this together. They're not forced to accept, of course, and if they don't accept, that might cause an issue with the relationship, but we'll see. It's in their interests anyway. You know, we're all in this together, folks. Come on. Oh. Oh,
The
they've
time for
joined
mindless
us.
talk is done. The time for action is upon us. War has come.
All right. So it's us, the Sendai, and the Nagawaka versus the Mito and the Utsunomiya. Oh yeah. I don't know why I say oh. Trade agreement broken, you dishonourable scumbags. Consular court has been researched. And we're not going to be... So we've got a few... Okay. Now we've got a few things to worry about because I'm seeing something here that doesn't fill me with a great deal of joy. Yeah, I'm seeing an army marching towards my land here. I'm seeing an army marching toward my land, and this is not very good. How do we do this, for instance? We can enchant... This is actually their daimyo, so we can't enchant him. We could distract their army, which will prevent them from moving on their following turn. But look how expensive it is. And only a 43% chance. Okay. Right, let's put... He can't reach us in one turn anyway, so he's going to have to come 2 turns.
What do you wish of me?
Oh, it begs the question, where are these guys? Where are these guys? That's the question. And just as we were hoping, we haven't actually declared war on these people, but they have got that charge bonus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have left their castle town. So we're in a pickle. We are in a pickle because these are going to potentially be ripe for the picking now if they certainly move their troops away. Although if we declare war and move through their land, they're probably going to hold themselves back up again. So should we continue to send our troops north, or should we leave our troops close to home? I'm thinking if we can get 2 turns or even 3 turns with a distraction from the geisha to recruit some more spears here. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 units of spear, the daimyo and the garrison troops should be enough to take on this army. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not. That's quite a lot of troops actually. This is scuppering my plans. My plans have been scuppered before my eyes. It's a good job they're doing this now rather than when we were halfway up here, so I suppose. They have timed it kind of well. Let's get nice and close here and see what we have.
Making my way there, awaiting your next command.
Right, let's see. No. Can't see exactly what they have. It's a shame. I was going to say they're not forced to come up here and attack us, but it's looking like they're probably going to do that. I mean, let's have a look here now. So let's just confirm. Yeah, this is the Mito. So both of these guys double teaming on us now. We do have the support of our allies, but these guys are probably already busy. And these... I'm not sure, actually. Our relationship with the Yonezawa is actually increasing. Makes me feel a little bit guilty for attacking them, but well, hey-ho, needs must. How are you guys? You guys are not happy with a lot of our friends, so I don't think trade really is going to be beneficial here. Right, okay, so in terms of our next clan development little perky thing, we can either go epic architecture, which gives us cheaper settlement recruitment costs and extra +1 to clan-wide happiness, or we can go for Shi, which gives us Banzai ability, fire arrows for those non-existent bow units that we have, +5 to unit replenishment, and enables the recruitment of some gunpowder stuff, which we're not going to make the most of. I think that one's probably more beneficial. We're at a time of war right now. I think Banzai, I don't know who's going to get Banzai, but could be useful. If only to scream Banzai as we are charging the enemy, which we're going to have to do at least once, maybe twice. All in the good spirit of things, of course. So yeah, we'll go with that one. Okay. So that kind of element is done. Diplomacy, there's nothing else we can really do. So what do we think? What do we think? Should we continue on with our plan to take Uzun? I mean, ultimately, if the... Well, we might lose our daimyo, which is the only problem. I was going to say, if we lose Fukushima, then so be it. We could almost abandon Fukushima. But we can't do that at the moment, because if we were to lose it, and then before taking that, it would be game over. But yeah, do we bolster with new, fresh troops and keep going north for this army here? Do we bring this army back to bolster and take care of this threat down here? What do we think? What do we think? In terms of our garrison, I think we've got... pretty crappy garrison here. Continue to Uzun and recruit. How do you bribe the army at Uzun? Bribe the army? Let me see this. Shinsengumi. We can only assassinate. We could assassinate 2 people with moderate success. What else can we do? Coerce. Oh, I think that's the one. Because the daimyo's in the army, so we can't coerce the troops. Damn these clans that with their daimyos all over the damn place. Leave the daimyos at home, drinking tea or something. Come on. So we can't do anything about that army because it's got the daimyo in it, but yeah, we're still not at war with them just yet. So you know, we can do a U-turn if we want. Let's just get the recruitment going anyway, because we are going to have to recruit troops come hell or high water. I'm thinking we wait for one more turn. That will give us a bit more of an eyeball as to what this army's doing. It will give us a bit more of an eyeball as to what this army's doing, and that will allow us to make a final decision in the next turn. I'm thinking that's probably the best bet. So here goes nothing. I mean, at a push, we could almost hope and pray that our... okay, I think it's quite clear what they're doing now. I think it's crystal. As if we needed confirmation what they were planning. We've just had confirmation. Right, okay, so they've got a mixture of levy infantry, which I don't think they're going to be as good as our spear units. I know they've got gunpowder, of course. They can blast us and all that nonsense. But in terms of if we get into melee range, you know, if they get into melee range, we'll have these guys. These spear levy aren't as high, well, aren't as good in terms of their experience compared to ours. I'm kind of erring on the side of caution here and thinking we should probably deal with this now with all of our force. It's a bit of a bummer that our plans have been scuppered for capturing Uzun, but they are recruiting more troops. I didn't want this to happen. I don't want to end up with a flipping massive bun fight here. I wanted to just nip in, take it unscathed, and poof, you know, ride off into the sunset with my shrine in hand, with my Buddhist Shrine trailing in my wake in a form of daylight robbery. These guys are technically at war with the Sendai now because we've dragged the Sendai in. So I mean, why would you turn left and go this way? Why don't you just head on north? Head on north up to... In fact, I might be reading that wrong. It's the Mito that were at war with the Sendai. I don't think the Sendai have been dragged into the war with the Utsunomiya. I might be wrong. Enemies know with the Mito, they're not with the Utsunomiya. Bugger. So they ain't going to go passing on by to Miyagi, which is a crying shame, because I hear that is a far more prosperous land than here. Don't know why you'd want to come here, but obviously he does. More recruitment, please. Right, okay. Can we recruit more than what? No, it is just the two. Clan destroyed. Mito? Kubota. Oh, they're nearby. They were nearby. They were up here. Were they not? Were they there? I'm sure they were there. No? Am I reading that wrong? Kabuta? Where were they? I can't remember where they were. I'm sure they're up here. The Morioka. No, they were there! They were there. The Morioka have taken out. That's a little bit of an issue for me, because I was hoping that these guys were going to distract these guys. Now that's not going to happen, and I'm imagining that the Yonezawa are probably quite friendly with, or at least neutral with the Morioka, because we're all pro-Shogun factions. So that army that has just been recruited now has no purpose. I was hoping they were going to distract them. So these guys have got no purpose. So this army is probably not going to go too far afield from here. They've got no suitable target, unless they're going to lock horns with the Morioka, which would be foolish considering they've got 2 lands now and probably are more powerful than you. So that is a problem. So the start to my campaign is not going quite as silky smooth as I would have hoped, which is a crying shame. A crying shame, but these things happen in Total War, as you well know. Okay. Choices. I'm not going to get my Buddhist Shrine at the moment, I don't think. I think this is a distraction that we don't need at the moment. We're at war with 2 clans now down here, and you can almost bet your bottom dollar once we've dealt with these, you're going to see a stack of Mito troops trailing in their wake. So I think the best bet is to use the troops that we currently have. These guys have not got anything much better at the moment, so we're not any worse off. I'm thinking that we use these troops that we've got here, take out this army, keep them holed up, I think. It'd be interesting to see how this siege goes, given the gunpowder units they have. Are we going to be sitting ducks or not? I'm not sure, but it's going to be an interesting fight. But once we've dealt with this, we will be in a pretty strong position, because I don't think they're going to have too much left, to be honest with you. They've probably used most of their army to do this. They're putting all their eggs, I'm assuming, into one basket. So once we've dealt with this army here, I think we're going to be pretty primed for a nice counterattack. Take this land and then see what the Mito have to throw at us. So I'm thinking we'll keep an eye with our Shinsengumi up here on these guys. But for now, I'm thinking let's focus on these guys. We were initially planning to do a southern invasion. The only reason why I changed my mind is because of that Buddhist Shrine. But we still can get that in due course. So let's change plans.
As you command.
Prepare ourselves. Don't know how far he can move. Don't think we have to stop him off. I don't know who's been left behind here. Is that looks like a doesn't look like a general to me. That is just a captain. So the daimyo, I think, is still in this army. We can distract them to hold them up, but I'm thinking we'd be better off using that coin to recruit as many troops as possible. So I'm actually going to use this geisha to continue to scout down here to see what they have left in terms of any counterattacks. And then I'm going to send her across to Hitachi to see what the Mito are planning. So let's go have a wee nosy.
Treading softly.
Yeah, counterattack would be absolutely perfect here. Absolutely
At once.
spiffing marvellous. So let's have a wee peeky. Yep, we can't see their troops yet, but next turn we should be able to see their troops. And in terms of diplomacy, if we look at the clans to the south, we do have the Shimosa, who are pro-shogun down. So if we take these two, we'll be surrounded by pro-shogun clans, apart from this and this. We've got pro-shogun clan there in the Shimosa, and this is the... Oh no, this is not the Shimosa, that's the province rather, but we've got two pro-shogun clans by the looks of it down here. So we should be secure to the south as well, which is good. So yeah, deal with these two, and we should be okay. I think if we send our geisha down to scout these clans out, I wonder if we could perhaps drag them into the war with us. Maybe. As a potential option. The Morioka to the north. They have expanded their horizons and therefore they can now trade with us. They are friendly, so there's probably no reason why they wouldn't do that. So let's get that on the go. Trade agreement.
Welcome. Come, speak your wisdom.
An alliance? No. Okay. Would you be willing to pay me for this little trade agreement? Probably not. But you never... Oh, no. Wrong thing to do. Demand a payment. Oh, they will be willing to pay for it. Right, so let's start with... This is where the bargaining comes into play. You're now bargaining with these people. How much are you willing to pay for trade? 500? Too much. Okay. Every little will help. We'll go 250. No. Oh, bloody hellfire. 150? Yeah, okay, that'll do. So, a trade agreement and 150 coin seems like a good deal, and they're friendly. This will strengthen the relationship, and yeah, all good stuff here. All good stuff indeed. Marvellous. So we have 3 trade partners, 2 alliances. Would they now have an alliance that we got trade with them? No, we could.
A receptive audience for your ideas.
Now we're really pushing it, right? Okay. Just checking, just checking. So whilst we're preparing for war, we are bolstering the coffers with extra trade. And as I said at the very start, we are looking to try and be as diplomatic as possible. Whether that's going to be... Oh, look, we get a bit of extra view here. So who... Ooh! Sendai... Morioka... Why are the Sendai here? Are you going to wage war on a fellow pro-shogun clan? Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, because of the trade. I think this is opened up because of the trade route. So we've encountered the Matsume and we've encountered the Hirosaki. Okay, so we'll take a very quick look at how the diplomacy is faring with those guys. So the Hirosaki... Is that... The Matsume have this entire island. What? Okay, so they're quite powerful. Taking this island might not be so swift as I perhaps thought it might be. They are down as friendly at the moment. Are they? Yeah, they are. Oh, they're pro-shogun. Okay. They own the entire island. So this clan here, the Hirosaki, this is the last pro-emperor clan in the entire north here. We've got a bit of a pro-shogun stronghold going on up here, which is, I suppose, nice to see. And I'm not really going to upset any apple carts here if I can help it. Which, if we attack these guys, that might just happen. But the Hirosaki, yeah, that's... I don't know who's going to attack them, but somebody will surely take them out of the game. Just bear with me, I'm going to have to minimise my screen here. Windows notifications are a pain in my behind. Right, we're back online. We're back online, here we go. So I was just trying to figure out, the Sendai are currently really friendly. Oh, they're allies with the Morioka. Righty-ho. Kind of just wondered why they were sat outside their city, but it seems like they may be assisting, or may have assisted, in taking this land quite recently from that clan that was recently destroyed, the Kubota. So, working in unison. Now, if you wouldn't awfully mind sending your troops out to help me out, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, please. Okay, so there's the diplomatic relations sort of ironed out for now, and we've got a bit more of an eyeball on the north there. Looking quite positive for the old Shogun clans. We're facing the brunt of the pro-Emperor's wrath here, so yeah, if you could kind of divert your troops down here, would be greatly appreciated. Anything I've forgotten to do before we continue on? Recruitment? No, recruitment has been done. Army has been done. They're coming back in. Gambling den has been upgraded. We are preparing for battle. We could do with the track. We could do, oh, they're merging their troops. They're merging their troops. Uzun, where's Uzun going? Where are Uzun going when they're... Ah, everybody's now moving around a bit more. We can see them all. Shinsengumi increases in rank. He hasn't done a great deal other than just stand there gawping. If standing there gawping is enough to rank up, then so be it. They're coming. They're coming. I'm wondering, before they get extra reinforcements from there, I'm wondering if we should rush out and meet them in the field of battle. What is going to be more beneficial for me? Is it going to be being sat in here and them attacking us? I'm thinking an open field battle with their levy infantry, with their guns, it might not be beneficial for us. I think we might be better placed defending. But then I'm also thinking that if we've got no real means of firing back on them, so we're going to be kind of sitting ducks if we're holed up in our settlement with them shooting at us. So I'm kind of at 50-50. I think we've probably got some guns in here, not very many in the garrison, which we can't help. But we have a hell of a lot of troops here. We could literally send forth our entire wrath upon them. We could we outnumber it. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 versus what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And the rest of that. That's a full stack. Can we ambush them maybe? I don't think we can. So if we stay away from the walls, that's very true. We could actually see what side they propose to come from, and then we should, yeah, because when we get in, they ain't beating my melee. For the start, our melee are more experienced than their melee. Some of their men may die climbing the walls. These guys suck at melee. Their melee attack is 5. No, sorry. Melee attack 3, melee defense 1. Our guys, melee attack 7, melee defense 9. So I've got better morale. Charge bonus 6, slightly less charge bonus, but we've got the melee advantage. So you know what? If they want to attack me, they're gonna have to. They might have cavalry. I don't think they're going to have cavalry this early. I highly doubt it. I may be wrong, but yeah, they're going to attack me anyway, aren't they? They're definitely going to attack us. It's just going to happen. They're not coming here for tea. They're not coming here for tea and crumpets, certainly. They're coming here with a purpose, and well, we shall engage them. We shall honour our old ways and show them that we were not to be trifled with. Right, this is the Mito. Their army isn't actually as big as these guys. So once we've counterattacked, beaten these guys, being presumptive here, but I'm going to say with confidence, once we've beaten these morons and then taken this land down here, we could pretty much launch an attack straight away on Hitachi, I reckon.
What is your...
Right, so we're going to keep her there. She's got sight of both of these lands, which is nice. I mean, hopefully one of the clans from the south may... I think the Jose are down here somewhere. I think they hopefully might just cause them some problems, distract them a little bit. So that's that sorted. Nothing else going on here. The Uzan clan, just to spite us, now that we are not in a position to launch an attack on their lands, they've moved their troops somewhere else. I think they went off this way, so we're going to kind of see where they're going. They're going towards the Sendai. Now, as far as I can remember, they weren't... Oh! They are enemies with the Sendai. Ah! This actually works out quite well for us, because we're allied with the Sendai, so if they're declaring war on an ally of ours, then I feel much less happy about striking them down. We may actually offer our services to assist. Also, if they're at war with the Sendai may take this, which is then really bad for us, because it definitely scuppers our plans. Oh, this is all going wrong. This is all going wrong. The Sendai are going to take this, you can bet your bottom dollar. Although they are distracted and quite far away at the moment. Unable to defend themselves. This is... Jesus, can you hear that? Right outside the damn window. Yeah, this could be right for the picking. They could get another land here. Jesus wept. You're getting special sound effects. It would be helpful if that was going on in the middle of the battlefield. That would be... Oh, we're at full capacity. We are at full capacity here. Wow. Let's have a look. Makes me believe that we should probably fight this in the field of battle rather than I don't really want to disband troops if I can help it. We could have a we could put the less experienced troops outside just to reinforce, and then put them in. There we go. So that's pretty much a full stack in there with these guys just outside, and they would be in reinforcement range. Yeah. We're bracing ourselves here. That's all we can do, is brace yourself for the impending bloodbath that's about to occur. But yeah, as we are just keeping an eye on the diplomatic front to our north, we can see that matters are kind of conspiring against us a little bit. I will have my shrine, I tell you. I will have my shrine. Oh, they're going to reinforce. Oh, they've suddenly decided that attacking us is not... Oh, sorry, I was going to say that they have decided that attacking us is probably not a good option, considering that we have quite a large force here. But they are attacking us with their daimyo. They have a load of levy infantry. They have some Yari Kachi, they have some spear levy, and some matchlock Kachi. So all of these guys are going to be no contest for my upgraded melee troops. These guys will be pretty dangerous, but we've got definitely strength in numbers. We're going to quick save this in case things go horrendously wrong. We have fireworks popping in the background to bring matters to life. So let's go for it. Our first battle. And this is where we get to see gunpowder for the first time. We're probably going to get a nasty shock. Might put the frighteners on my guys. Put the old... Now, I haven't fought for a while, so I'm going to be really rusty. I'm probably going to start pausing this until I find my feet. don't usually like pausing the battles, but yeah. Bit of ring rust to start with. Okay, so we can see where they're coming from, and they're coming from here. So what we want to do, ideally, is we want to... is this right? Is this the right camera? Yes, it is. I think it is. Let me just get my bearings here. How do you pan? That moves up and down. Okay, that's... How do you pan? R and F? No. How do you pan? I think you click and drag, don't you? No? No. Oh, there we go. My middle mouse button doesn't work very well, unfortunately. I think I could do with a new mouse, to be fair. My middle mouse button is temperamental, which is a bugger. So my panning ability is a little bit reduced. Come on, you stupid mouse! Okay, I'm going to kind of keep it panned like that, I think. I think just slight panning. So we've got some archery towers. We've got them climbing the wall. So they're going to lose quite a bit of men just trying to get to us, which is definitely going to serve a purpose. So what I'm thinking we should pretty much do here, and it's not going to be pretty, but I'm thinking we should blob all of our men away from wherever it is they're coming from, and then once they start to get inside, then we launch our attack. We have our daimyo, and again I'm going to have to just refresh my memory here as to what abilities that he has. Both generals, we've got regroup position now, we've got rally, we've got mount dismount, inspire. Okay, lose formation, the rest of it. So we got inspiration from 2 generals, which should increase some bonuses and stuff. Okay, that's fine. So everybody come to the rear. No, not like that. That's probably not what we were intending. Let's group them up and let's get them blobbed. I think we should probably gonna have to put them on top of each other here. Yeah, we're not really in the greatest position. I'm not very happy with that. There's probably a mod. There's probably a camera mod so that you can raise this higher than this. This is not very high. I'm not happy with the level of height here. I might have to have a look at a mod here. And I've also forgot to install the Blood DLC. There's a Blood DLC, I think. So I'm going to have to get that before the next session as well. So I'll have a look at the camera mod and look at that, because I want to really raise this a little bit higher. Anyway, I'm just really delaying the inevitable. Okay, so I'm going to have to do this manually, which is a pain in the ass. I do apologise, but... oh, no, actually, wait a minute. Was that single line formation? No? Not a clue. Ah, it is single line formation, but they're still a little bit having a problem. Okay.
Spears at the ready.
So okay, so I got some spears there. Just kind of have to group them up really, on top of each other. It's like a big crush in the rush situation. Okay guys, I know it's uncomfortable. You just have to put up with it for a very short while, okay? Just all get as close as you can to each other. This is just a temporary measure. Don't worry, you'll have your fun in a minute. Don't worry. Some crew. More melee troops. Yeah, just all pile in. Pile on. It's like a big... No, that's not what we were hoping for. I'm thinking we probably can put a few over here. few there.
Ready to attack, sir!
Ready! There we go. Good lads. Generals, kind of there. Right. They are coming from here. So, let's do it. Oops. Gong!
Hey, sir, we defend.
Oh, they're surrounding us. Very clever. Very clever indeed. You surround us, do you? Well, levy infantry. Levy infantry. Levy infantry. Levy infantry. Levy infantry. Okay, so that's quite a lot of their gun force coming from the very side that we have just crushed our men into. So we're going to have to change that situation very quickly. Matchlock catchy. Levy infantry. Okay, they had a bit more levy infantry than I anticipated. Yari catchy. There's a general coming in from down there. He's probably going to have to get off his horse. Right. I'm thinking we would be better served over here. We're still going to suffer a little bit. Actually, what we could do, is there a way out here? What we could do is we could have our general, because we've got two generals, right? What we could do is we could have one of our generals come out of the doors and kind of maybe do a bit of flanky, or maybe even more than the general, maybe a general and 2 units of melee, and kind of get these guys flanked. I like the thought of that, actually. These guys don't know what they're going to do. Ugh. Shooting hell. Right, okay, we need to manoeuvre. This is why I'm having to pause it, because it's the controls more than anything that I need to get my head around. I'm probably going to have a couple of practice battles before the next session also. Should have maybe done that before today's session. Right. Do we have all the melee troops highlighted here? There seems to be quite a few. Let me see what we've got here. Katana, where's the katanas? They're over there. One. Levy, infantry, garrison. Ah, right, so we should put these guys on the wall, because they're going to have height advantage and they can do some damage, and we're not bothered about them. So they can run over there, they can do some firing of their own. We'll put them kind of there. So that's the only gunpowder unit we've got. I mean, obviously we're not recruiting gunpowder units, but where we get given them, we'll use them. Spear levy, and a general. I think that is not the daimyo, is it? No, it's not. So I think what we're going to do is take these guys out for now, and just have them ready, perhaps to flank if the time comes. If not, they can run back inside. But if we bring them out and see what they do, and the rest of these guys should be more than ample to deal with what's left. So we've got a bit of cover fire from the people on the walls. So what we're going to have to do is maneuver this entire army to the other side. Now, can we do this in one movement? Is the question. If we move it with the up arrow, I seem to recall it used to be able to move. No? No? Okay. Right, we're going to do this separately here. We'll have them... Oh, shooting hellfire. This bloody controls. See, that's more, there's more than 2 highlighted. Right. Oh, there we go. That looks a bit more promising. That looks a bit more promising. Okay, so about there. Okay, so we'll have them move. Oh, look at all them units moving outside. That's not what we want to see. The rest of the guys just kind of, I think we should do the same. So all the units, I don't know which units are moving here, there and everywhere. wow. I think we'll just... How do you put... What's the pause button? Right, we'll put it on slow. Just until we get a handle on where people are going here. Don't want to lose control of this. The general can kind of sit pretty there. About there. So, yeah, these guys are moving to the walls. That's fine. Everybody's moving there. You guys are moving out there. That seems... I think we've got... Yeah, I think we've got everybody doing what we want them to do. It's taken a little while to get there, but we have got people doing what we want them to do. So grouping up here away from the main force of levy infantry here. Yeah, we certainly need archers. That's definitely true. Right, I think we can put this on normal speed now. So they're bringing forth... Ooh, look at this. Matchlock Catchy, where are you going? Yari Catchy, we've got Spear Levy, and we've got a General. My only concern with this little flanking force is that if these guys come across, these guys are going to be a little bit scuppered. Just a little bit scuppered. Do you want to run? Do you want to run? Like now? Run very quickly? Okay, these guys are coming for us, which is rather foolish of them. We may have baited them out here. We may have baited them out quite nicely. Keep coming. These guys are going to attack us, that's fine. But these guys are rather foolishly trying to engage us. Alright, here we go. The towers are firing. Right, we are going to inspire. Come in, inspire. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. We've got the sound of gunshots ringing out through the air here. 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 1 second. Inspire, inspire, inspire them. No, I'm losing control already. I'm only controlling one unit. Come on, move it, move it. Get behind them. Right, let's get a bit closer to the action here. We've got melee going on here. Already got melee. They're routing already. They're routing already. The Matchlock Catchy running for the hills. They are. And this Sonomia Levy infantry against my mighty 3 XP. Oh, they've gone. They have long gone. Well, it's a slight victory to start with. Very good, very good. And we got... look at this. Look at these guys. Peppered. Look at the arrow. Look at the firing. They're dying already. Look at this. Ah, this is beautiful. We shall enjoy these moments while they last, because no doubt when they get their more advanced troops, we are going to suffer. Right, the general is coming round. What we're going to do is we're going to get the high ground very quickly. Very quickly get the high ground here. Get the high ground, and then we're going to try and kill their general. They're going to get smashed into the back here. Okay, this is not very good. These guys are routing. General is turning his back. Right, we're going to go. We're going to go. General on general. Come on, get him killed. Where are you guys running off to? Oh, we've got Yari Catchy coming here. We've got to be very careful with these guys. No, 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 no. Pull out. Pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out. I think we've killed their general, have we? Have they just sounded the retreat? I think they've just sounded the retreat. I think they have... Oh no, they're not. They're not sounding the retreat. Apologies. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here. They're not sounding a retreat. We're going to have to flank these. Oh, the bloody controls they're being too sensitive. Are they in? Oh, they're in. Oh. Right, well. Flipping hell, I've lost control here. They're in! They're in! I have no clue. I'm losing control of everything here, which is rather foolish.
Your victory is close, sir.
There we go. Die! You dogs!
Is under attack.
He's not under attack. He's taking care of business. No! Continue this slaughter! Continue this slaughter! I want them mopped up! I want to counterattack them and take their settlement! I need to turn the sensitivity down to this panning. It's far too sensitive. Whew, I'm sweating cobs here, absolute cobs. I lost control of the fight. Thank God we outnumbered them, because they got into my settlement and almost actually had a countdown to victory. And, oh dearie me, bit of ring rust, told you. But thankfully, we did the job. Wasn't pretty, but we got there at the end. No prisoners, no mercy! General Saab! Mop them up quickly! I do not want them. Who are these guys? Look, Sonomia. Oh, I've got 2 units of spear levy just sat there. All my reinforcements, of course. Yes, my reinforcements. Forgot about those guys. Right, are we chasing them down? Get out of my way, you flipping fools! I need to kill the damn enemy before they can reinforce. How far's the map? The map is miles away, so this is going to be a run down here. 67, 160 here. Flipping hell! We need to run these dogs down. My general is struggling to get through the crush in this rush here. Right, come on, push through, push through, push through. Get all melee units out of the way. Is it Shift M? Control M? How do we get... Oh, Control I. Get all infantry out of the way so the generals can get the hell out. Right, run them down! Oh, we're gonna have to do it manually. They seem to be attacking someone. I wonder if there's a loose, stray enemy somewhere. They keep firing. Who are the towers firing at? Did they take one of our towers? Yeah, this tower here. Shoot in hell! They've taken one of the towers. They're really getting fired upon. Guys, come on, this is not rocket science. One of you just take this tower back. Oh, they're going to make it here. They're going to make it to the damn end. I need more prisoners. Are we taking this back?
The men have taken an enemy tower.
Thank the gods. What the hell mess? This was not a mess. This was perfectly orchestrated. It went all entirely smoothly, Garrett. Have you watched this, or have you just turned up? If you've just turned up, it went completely, utterly smooth as silk. I don't know what you're talking about. If you have been here the entire time, then I cannot brush over the fact that this was a bit of a farce. But anyway. Yes, oh, look at that! We've got some flying people as we charge them down. That's it. A few more deaths. That's what I like to see. Get a few more bodies. Get a few more casualties on the go. speed this up a touch. Oh, not my favourite music! Okay, I'm not gonna make any excuses. I am very, very rusty. I am very rusty. I will say that much. But there are other factors that are irking me. And one of the factors is, I think I mentioned it in the last session that I recorded, the fact that I am having issues with the frame rate when I am recording things or streaming for these older games. So the game, I don't have a frame rate counter, but the frame rate is running usually at about 25 frames per second. So what I'm getting is I'm getting a little bit of a laggy feeling when I'm trying to highlight the troops and when I'm trying to maneuver. Hence why the panning of the screen from left to right is too sensitive. It's because of the issue I'm having with the frame rate. So that's what's also playing a part of my lack of coordination and maneuverability on that fight. Yes, I will still have sucked regardless, but that's also not helping. Anyway, so we're just gonna have to live with it. So we have utterly crushed the enemy. They've got 676 men left that we will run down, run through, and then we will counterattack. Uh-oh, it looks like they have taken the Sendai's land. I don't think that'll last for too long because trade disrupted. Yes, because they've taken it. Yes, the summer is here. The orange blossom is in bloom. Plus 5% to replenishment rate. Right, okay. Indeed we did. But when it comes to a fight that is close or requires precision and requires some tactical prowess, as you can quite see, we're gonna be screwed. Unless I can get myself brushed up to speed very quickly. And you can bet your bottom dollar, my friends, that I am not going to come into any further sessions as rusty as this. I will be doing some custom battles, maybe a quick practice campaign and to get my battle prowess back up to speed, because we cannot afford. We're already going to be handicapped in this campaign with the fact that we're not using gunpowder units, so I don't want to be handicapping myself even further by being completely useless on the battlefield. We'll get there eventually. It's like riding a bike. You'll get back on very quickly. Get back used to it. You could not ride a bike. I haven't ridden a bike for about 10 years, but put a bike in front of me, I'll get on it and ride it like a not a problem. I would think. Anyway, the Morioka, they seem to be just milling around. And the Sendai are in a bit of a pickle because the Sendai, in fact, are gone. Not only are they in a pickle, they are completely screwed because this is not like Attila. I've got to remember this is not Attila. So if you remove their last settlement, they're gone, and they had a rather large army up here. They assisted the Morioka in the fight against this clan, Kabuta clan, and for their efforts, the sneaky dogs that are the Yonezawa struck while the iron was hot and took their undefended settlement, thus wiping the Sendai out. So we've lost an ally, which is fine. What isn't fine is that these guys now have 2 lands, so that's an issue. In a strange twist, what we could do is, now that we have beaten these guys and they've got nothing but ragtag members left, what we could actually do is we could take this force and head north to Uzun. But I think it's probably best we don't do that. I think we should follow this through, finish this off, and deal with these guys. These guys are recruiting, as you can see, rather frighteningly, some quite decent quality units. They've got 2 lots of Yarikachi at the very least. They also have Yariki, so although not quite as numerous as us, they have a better quality army so far. So this is actually quite worrying. Indeed it is. I need to see, trying to see.
Do you wish treading softly?
Okay. So that's definitely worth bearing in mind. Now I'm kind of worried that if we move south, that these buggers who are obviously quite sly and underhanded, I wonder if they'd do the same thing if we move our troops out of here. But for the time being, what we're going to do now is we are going to merge the army together, and then we're going to take whatever's left of it. Can we merge the troops? Does that work in this game? No. That's not true. I can't. That's the wrong button. Is it Control M? Does that work? No. Merge. I'm trying to merge the troops. It's not really working very well. So we've got to do it manually, I think. There is probably a button for this. Somebody tell me what it is, please. Right. So there's just 1 unit that needs replenishment. 7 turns. Yeah, we'll keep it. It's fine. So I think what we'll do is... did these guys level up? He did. Right. Our general leveled up. So what we're going to do is we're going to mop up the remnants of their forces, and we're going to take their lands down here. That is the next piece of business. Control M. Yeah, I thought it was... I'll press Control M and nothing happened. So we'll get our... Let's have a look here. Trade disrupted. Summer is here. So let's have a look at diplomacy. Let's always keep an eye on diplomacy. I'm wondering now if we... See, I do want that shrine. But I'm wondering if it's just worth biting the bullet here and just saying, do you know what? Let's just go friendly with these guys. What do we reckon? I really don't want these people stabbing me in the back, so if we can maybe get some trade going with them. They're also allied with the same people that we're allied with. I want your shrine, but hey ho, matters superseded that, and things got in the way, and we are where we are now. We've diverted our attentions elsewhere. So I'm thinking we bite the bullet and we just we go friendly.
Our friend is always welcome, especially in these times of trouble. Come, let us talk.
Ooh, that was probably a bridge too far. Right, well, we don't need them to join the war against Little Son and Mia. We can probably take care of that. But if you can assist us with just the Mito... No. Okay, that's fine. But an alliance and a trade agreement is satisfactory. I'm sure they'll probably pay us for this as well. I'm sure they'll pay us for this. I was certain you were going to pay for this. You are stronger than me, so perhaps you might not pay for this. Okay, they are willing to pay something. It's just about finding that happy medium then, is it? Okay, okay, we'll get there. Don't you worry. No, it's probably 150 again. It's probably 150. No. Oh my god, Jesus. We're not getting much out of this deal, are we? 100. No. Okay, oh my god. Is it literally just 1? What is this game you are playing with me? You are hard. You drive a hard bargain. Right, 50. Okay. You exhaust me with your harsh negotiation tactics. So an alliance, a trade agreement, and that will pretty much cement quite a solid pro-Shogun northern front. I'll always keep one eye on that shrine. But for now, we've obviously got our attentions focused elsewhere, which is a massive bummer. That cavalry that charge bonus is really what we need. And also, this is also worth bearing in mind, because we have turned our attentions down south and we have not got what we wanted. We are still without traditional dojo. We didn't build one because we were planning on getting it here. Where's this Morioka people? So the Morioka, we should have increased relationships with the Morioka even further because we're the same allegiance, trade agreement. We've also got a common alliance. So I'm thinking now, Morioka people, are you now willing to ally with us? No, you're not. No, they're very miserable swines, aren't they? Mito has one. Yeah, Mito has one. We don't have Mito yet, and I'm just thinking of possible routes to counteract the quality units that they're pumping out from their dojo, which we can't quite see, but we can see it here. Gambling Den, which is nice. Samurai Dojo, Stronghold. This is not just this has actually been upgraded to a Samurai Dojo, hence why they can recruit some. Oh, they can recruit bows here. Holy cow! We need to take this quickly. This is what we need massively. They've got the perfect buildings for us. Gambling Den is great for the modernization situation. Yeah, we need this. We need this ASA bloody P. Right, so the diplomacy is done. So it's just a case of. I'm thinking we need to bring forth. What do we do with this guy? This Shinsengumi is probably wasted to the north now. It is nice having a bit of an eyeball on what's going on in the north, but we've got no enemies up here. So I'm thinking if we can get him down here as quickly as possible, he might be able to assist us, together with the geisha, in terms of weakening this army before we launch an attack. And finally, to finish off this turn, let's get this army on the move. You, sir, you can be... Oh, he can't. He's not got enough experience. I thought he could level up. Fine, that's not a problem. Daimyo will stay put for now. And this general who's got more experience will move. Yes, I'm coming! Katana. I want you out. Anybody that's not full? Is everybody full? Everybody's full. Okay, so literally... Just going to save this. I am going to auto-resolve this, but we might lose some men and whatnot, but it's not a problem. I'm going to just grab my dinner. I'm not going to eat it straight away, but I'll be back in 2 seconds. Oh, righty ho. I said I wasn't going to eat my dinner now, but bloody hellfire, I've got a right old feast. Yorkshire puddings, mashed potato, sausages, roast chicken, lots of gravy, and some veg. And it smells bloody delicious. Okay, so we're just going to quickly maneuver towards the Utsunomiya. I could really do with taking them down very quickly. So we'll auto-resolve this. 174 men lost. A little bit more than I was hoping for. I am dieting. This is very healthy food. Apart from the carbs in the mashed potato and the fats in the sausage. All I've had all day is a sandwich and some Weetabix. I always have a nice, decent meal, but I don't eat much of the day. Anyway, sorry, I was just enjoying the music. So they're dealt with, and we shall continue onwards to glory. Well, we can't move very far, can we? You flipping cowardly dogs, you're gonna die by my blades! You will die. Right, we're gonna recruit some more men. It's always good to have some backups just in case things go wrong. So I don't think I'm gonna recruit any more. I think by the time these guys have replenished and we get another 2 units of free experience spears, that should be sufficient really in here, to be honest. So we'll that should be quite comfortable there. This army has been tasked with one thing and one thing only, and that is to plough through any Utsunomiya forces in our way en route to taking Shimotsuke. Now, of course, they can recruit troops in the meantime, and it's going to take us how many turns to get down here? We can't tell right now because we're out of movement, I think. Or can we tell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns. So they've got plenty of time to start replenishing and doing what they need to do. So in light of that fact, we're going to end the turn once more, and then I'm going to have my dinner. And then we shall press on. Sabotage those buildings. Oh, can you do that in this? Don't think you can, you know. Distract the garrison. Ah, that's quite interesting. We'll prevent them from supporting any forces stationed in the settlement. What if we were to do that and then attack it, and this was successful? Would they have nothing left? We could just literally walk in the gates. Would be quite handy, wouldn't it? Right, okay. One more end turn, and then we'll see what happens. What are you doing? I didn't know armies could do that. So armies can destroy buildings or raid buildings. You stupid. Oh my days. They really are making it hard for themselves. Eager to serve. We have for the cost of 1,000 coin, we could get another general. I don't think we need one right now, personally. And we're really scraping the barrel with the coin at the moment, so I'm not going to enlist another general for now. I cannot believe what they've just done to me. Gambling Den has now been completed. We have, of course, got some more spear levy. We have research technology. And our path is blocked. Right, good. What's not good is these idiots raiding my lands, destroying my buildings. Hence why we've got a significantly reduced thingy. Now, how much does it cost to repair this? How do you repair? 68. That's not much. Right. I don't know, they sort of ran into the hills. I don't know where they've gone, but it matters not, because as soon as we take their settlement, they will be gone. They will be destroyed. Okay. She's kind of... See, they're not recruiting anything in there. It's kind of flitting between the two. Where are they? Where are they? Please tell me they've gone south. Please tell me they've gone south and not up here or some other way. I don't know where they're going. Oh, no. We've lost sight of them. Where are they going? Right, Mito. Are they at war with anybody else? They're at war with the Nagawaka. The Nagawaka were here, right? Yeah. But that's because we brought them into the war. They are not happy with the guys at the south. Where have they gone? This is quite worrying. This is quite worrying. Right, this guy needs to come down this route here because I need to see if they are coming up the coastline. Don't think they've come through here. We were stood here with our geisha. They haven't come this way. Intriguing. We do not wish to run into that army if we can help it. That's quite a decent army. Alright, so let's have a quick look. We need to change our development, our technology. So we could go for shipyard research, we could go for arms deals, which would lead to a charge bonus for all units. We can't use this one just yet, but we could use that one. But I think what we'll do is we'll go for epic architecture now. And our Shinsengumi can be leveled up. Good point. Good point. Thank you for the reminder. Here he is. Let's level him up. So the tree for the Shinsengumi then. So how do we want to focus him? We can focus him on coercing troops or instilling discipline in your own army. So he could be a bit of a self-buffer. And that leads to coercing troops. Got a bit of an assassination line down there, a bit more assassination down there. And to get that, I think you have to go down both lines. What's that? Assassinating, coercing troops, instilling discipline. On this side is more, so this is more unit based, and this seems to be more province based potentially. Converting provinces, inciting revolts, converting provinces, inciting revolts, subduing dissidents. So this is all to do with settlements, and these are all to do with armies and generals. So I think we're going to focus on armies and generals, to be quite honest with you, rather than settlements to start with. So coercing troops and zeal when instilling discipline. Right, that'll do. And we get a retainer, so we'll see assassination. That's also good. We'll go with that one. Fugu chef. Isn't fugu that dangerous fish that's poisoned if it's cooked wrong? I'm sure it is. It's that fish that if you don't cook it right, it can kill you. So we've got 3-star assassination, 3-star coercing troops, and 3-star instilling discipline. We could actually stick him in our army. That would be quite useful. Right before the fight begins, just stick him in the army. That will increase the discipline, and off we tootle. Right, so yes, we have done our technology. Our clan modernization is still level 1, which is good. Keep it at level 1 for as long as possible if we can, to get the best benefit from the traditional troops. We are en route to Shimotsuke. We are trying to locate this army that's suddenly banished off the face of the earth from the Mito. But ultimately, the goal, I think, for the rest of this session will be to capture Shimotsuke, capture Haitachi, and then replan and refocus. I think that's probably going to take us for the rest of the session. So, it's going to be an interesting second half. The only threat really is from the Mito, and maybe an outside threat from a bit of a backstab, but hopefully not. So yeah, we're going to take a just over a 10-minute breather. Give me a chance to eat this mountain of food, and we shall resume at 9 PM. At least GMT time, wherever you are, on the hour, 13 minutes from now. So grab yourself something to eat, grab yourself a drink, and we shall reconvene shortly. I'm going to do a halfway save as well. Oh, you can't do a point. I'll go 2B. Right, we'll just leave the nice music playing in the background. And you can also enjoy the sound of the fireworks as well. Right, I'm back with you. Suitably refreshed and raring to go. So we left off when we were just about ready to end the turn, I believe, en route to smashing some Utsunomiya dogs. Yes, well, we shall continue on that same road, whilst they continue to, no doubt, cause hellfire and brimstone in our lands, raiding our farms and whatever else. The fireworks are now in full swing outside. Thankfully none as close to the house as that rather loud episode we had about an hour ago. Right, come on, where are the Mito? Ah! It's as I feared, they are trying to sneak on me. They are coming up the coastline. Oh no, why are they doing this to me? Why are they doing this to me? Right, we've got a problem here. We've got a massive problem.
Treading softly.
You don't need to tread softly, love. You need to tread quickly. Yeah? Tread quickly.
My lord, as you
They're coming this way.
is that all, my lord? That is all I can do, my lord.
At least I thought they were coming. Have I misread that? Did somebody... I wasn't saying things right. They were walking up here. They were walking up this way. These guys are getting on my wick. I'll tell you that much now. Right on my wick. We can't afford to move this army all the way down here if they're coming up this way. No chance. We have to... We're probably going to be better off actually coming down here. Although there may be... there's no pathway up this side. They can't go up here, right? They're going to have to come through this path here. You can't go up and round this way. This is all rocks. Can you move an army
Your orders, my lord.
there? Oh, you can actually move an army up there. Right. This sucks. This is not good. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to continue. We're going to recruit a couple more units of these. We may need them if they are coming with their stack of troops containing Yari Kachi and Yari Ki units and maybe even some bow troops. We're going to have to outnumber them because we don't have the quality. So we're going to have to out-quantity them. Clan destroyed the Matsushiro. I don't know where they were. I can't remember where they were. Do we care where they were? We've got really bigger things to worry about. Ah, they were probably there. Yes, they were there. The Nagawaka have expanded south, which is really good for again, really good for us. Allies to the north, friendly clan further north, friendly clans up here. Whereas down, look at that, we've got more pro-shogun clans here as well. But the Nagawaka have now expanded, they've got two. The Numata are probably going to be on our hit list after we've dealt with these two. The Mushashi. The Mushashi are probably to be dealt with as well. At some point, I imagine we're going to have to deal with pro-shogun forces, but I'd rather not cast the first blow if we could help it. Because for campaign victory, what was the victory condition? We don't have to personally hold too much land, I don't think. We just have to have 50 loyal provinces. Mind you, it does say that total victory provinces held. We have to personally hold 26, so that's probably... We're going to have to... yeah, we're going to have to turn our backs at some point. I think there's a realm divide kind of thing happening anyway at some point, which is probably going to turn most people against us anyway. Which isn't going to be good then, really, for us, because we are kind of in the middle. Our positioning is awkward. We are in the centre. We've got people to the north of us, people to the south of us. We're caught in a trap in the middle of all that. That's not ideal. But we'll deal with that when it happens. We'll see how that develops. So what we need to focus on now then is, we'll focus on the here and now. And the here and now is, what do we do with our troops? I think the first thing we do is we deal with these idiots. No. Are you out of range now? Oh, shooting hell. Shooting, shooting, shooting. Stop running from me! Stop running! I want to kill you. Just stay and die, will you? Just stay still so I can kill you. Yeah. We've kind of moved away a little bit now, so if this Mito army swoops on in, we'll have to turn tail and chase them down, but we can't do anything else for the time being. So she can't move any further, he can't move any further. Enemy army retreats. Clan management is fine. Diplomacy for now is fine. I think we're done. I think we're done. Yeah. Let's end the turn and see where these Mito people are going, shall we? Winter is... well, winter's not coming just yet. You can put the Game of Thrones references away for now. Autumn is... oh, there. Stop doing that! Stop it! You like pesky flies. You're like a wasp at a picnic. Just go away. Just go away. They were marching. Oh, there they are. Here they come with their crap ton of horses, which is not actually catastrophic for us, because if we do actually end up going for a siege defence, which actually I'm swaying towards doing that. How many turns to take their province? Oh, wrong unit. Leave this be and go straight for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be a race as to who could take whose province first. But I'm actually quite confident that we could repel that, even with this force in its current state, because they've got a load of horses which are no good in a siege. They're going to have to get off them, aren't they? Can they dismount their horses? Mind you, if they do that, then they're going to have decent troops anyway. Can these dismount? Yeah, they can. There's a dismount icon there next to the upkeep cost. So they can dismount, but then they will be effectively Yarikachi, won't they? So, which is still better than our melee troops. But again, it's going to be the age-old problem that they're going to have to get up the walls. They're going to suffer some losses from the towers. We've got some gun troops as well, which might assist. How many turns for him to get to mine? It's going to be roughly the same. It's going to be roughly the same. So we're turning a deficit now. So we're going to have to be very careful. I think if you run into a deficit, you suffer an honour penalty as well. So we've got to be really careful. We can't afford to focus on this guy. It's going to take too much time. So we've got to make the decision now. As the Hirosaki have been destroyed, let's have a look. The Morioka are expanding their horizons quite significantly. So you've got the Matsume, who have a nice little foothold over their own little island retreat here. You know, beaches, volleyball, pools, and lots and lots of all-inclusive alcohol on their little resort there. We have the Morioka, who have a bit of a stranglehold on the northern tip. Actually, is this the northern tip? I know this map is Japan is not as it is in real life. I think it's on its side. The Onazawa have a couple, the Nagawaki have a couple. It's only us that have not really expanded too much. All of our neighbours are getting new land and we're left torn between a rock and a flipping hard place at the moment. These look to be the same clan. These all have got a similar level of happiness. I'm thinking that's all probably one clan. This is probably one clan. They're really friendly with us at the moment. I'm thinking this might be the Jose. Going from memory, all the Jose down here, I can't remember. But anyway, it's rather interesting to see how the clans are developing, which is why I always check the screen every turn, just to give you a bit of a sample as to what's going on in the nearby world. Right, so it's decision time. We'll get there eventually. Quartermaster report, concealed army discovered. It's finally been discovered. We could halt them actually. If we could halt them with our Fukushima, with our Shinsengumi. If we could, no, assassinate, no. Who was the unit that could halt them? Was it the Geisha? Was it the Geisha that could halt? Distract, that was it. Oh, she's going to have to catch up. Will she be able to reach them? She can distract them for a turn and slow them down. That would be great for us. But will she be able to reach them? She's struggling at the moment. We can't recruit a second one, can we? No. Right, anyway, let's fix this. Everything else is done. So it's just a decision. It is just a decision to make. So we need to either charge for their land, take Hitachi, at which point they will be destroyed, and these will either vanish or turn into a rebel army. Can't remember what happens in this game. I'm sure someone will tell me. Alternatively, we do exactly the same we did against these, and we hold ourselves up, wait for them to attack, throw themselves at us, and no doubt they will die a horrific and painful death, like their friends did. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit, as they say, and I'm actually going to try and take their land before they can take mine. It's going to be so close, because they're probably going to attack us the first time they get into range. They're not going to besiege, they're just going to launch an attack. Going to recruit a couple more of these. We should turn into a positive when we get our farms fixed. We can't really recruit anything else though. We're now really low on funds. We could try a little bit of diplomatic negotiation. I've seen somebody try this. It's a little bit meh. Their town can't be defended because they've just taken their entire army out of their town to attack me. So their town is going to be literally non-existent. So it'll be an easy victory for us. It's just a case of can we get there first. If we can get our Geisha to stop them in their tracks for at least one turn, that would be great, but I don't think she's going to reach them in time. We could sell military access, but the only people that would probably go for that would be the Morioka. They're not allied. But if we were to try to sell them military access...
Welcome, noble friend. There is much to discuss.
No, not happy with that. But if we say, you know what, why don't you have indefinite military access then as a first prerequisite step into an alliance? This could be dangerous if they... But they're a little bit far removed. They've got to get through other people. If you pay me for the privilege, I don't know, say 500. Well, so let's try with 100 first. I'm not going to go for that, but let's just see if they would entertain the idea. No. For whatever reason, they're just not really happy with us. They just don't want to get involved. They're trading. They're allied with the honour. Maybe it's because we're not strong enough. We're down as power moderate, but only the one province. Perhaps they think we are far beneath them to get involved with us. Why would they get involved in an alliance with somebody that's only got one province and it is beset by enemies? Prove yourself first, then we will come back and reconsider. Maybe they have a point. But okay, that's not happening. So we could be blocked by their fortress. And when you say their fortress, I'm assuming you mean the Shimotsuke's fortress. That's a risk, isn't it? That is a risk. Is it a risk we're willing to take? Oh. The safest bet would be just to take this army, blockade this path, smash them in the field of battle, and march south. It is risky though because they've got more horses, and we could really do with their horses being neutralised. And the way that we would neutralise them best is for them to be in a siege with us. You know what? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it. This could be fatal. This could be a fatal move, but oh, we're blocked off by view. I do not believe this. I do not believe my eyes. These Utsunomias are getting in my way. They're blocking my path. They're taking down my farms. They are hampering me at every turn. God damn it! Oh. Right. We can go round them next turn. Not a problem. But it's all time wasted. It's all time wasted. This is really, it's very precarious. I mean, it's probably going to be the actual theme for the entire series, because we're always going to be on the back foot given the nature of what we're doing. We're always going to have to position ourselves carefully. We're going to have to use underhanded tactics where we can, because we're just going to be outgunned, literally, on the battlefield. They don't appear to have gone this way, although they move towards the end, I think. Oh yeah, you go round, not a problem. That's right, go round me. Cause more grief. Right, where have they gone? Is the question. Where have they gone? Where did they go? Did anybody see where they went? Did they come this way or did they go back down? Are they sensing danger? Are they sensing we're coming for them, and have they retreated? I don't know where they've gone. These two clans, the Tosa and the Saga. Ah! Ah! You bit off more than you could chew! You idiots! Who destroyed them, and who saved me the effort? Give him a medal. No, don't give him a medal! No, it's not hooray! My bloody dojo was in here! I wanted the dojo! They had a samurai dojo! This campaign is mocking me at every turn! I mean, I'm glad that in some respects that I don't have to deal with them, but we could build a dojo in here. We can build a dojo in here. It's not a catastrophe. It would have saved us some. It would have saved us some coin. Have we encountered them now? It is the Jose. My very first campaign, which I played for about 15 to 20 turns before I then decided that I was going to do an LP of the game and then played no further. I did start off as the Jose, which is why I thought they were the ones down here. They've got 3 lands and they can trade with us, which is perfectly reasonable. Of course.
I have ordered sake prepared to whet our wits.
It is good to encounter a clan with some respect. You know, those Morioka folks, they look down their noses at us. I'm glad that you have welcomed us with open arms. But by the way, could you pay for the privilege, please? We're a bit strapped for cash. No, okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe just a little bit of money? Just to sweeten the... Please, we are a very poor clan. We have been beset by enemies on all sides. It's been an ordeal, to say the very least. No, they're not going to take money for this. I mean, all these alliances are going to go to pot when everybody starts waging war with each other. We'll have to pick a side. But for now, they're also enemies with the Utsunomiya. So we've got a common foe. We've got trade agreement, military alliance. We're going for, at least for now, diplomacy. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. Right, okay, so we're allied to the hilt. We have encountered the Jose. The Jose. One more turn for that to happen. So as the campaign, we are down to our last 365 coins. This is really desperate times. So does that confirm then that if you destroy a faction, their army vanishes? It doesn't turn into rebels? Because they just seem to vanish off the map. What do we do with our flipping units now? They're kind of left in no man's land. I'm going to send them down here. There was a faction that weren't exactly friendly. Let's have a look at them again. Just get an eyeball on this. The Numata, who are just west of the the Utsunomiya. So we'll send them there because that's probably going to be our next target. Numata. Yeah, we'll get across that way and go down that way.
How can I assist you?
Get down there. Get down there. Have a wee look.
My lord.
Right. I think they're going to vanish when we attack their land, so we're not going to mess around taking down their piddly little forces. We're going to go straight for the jugular.
Write them down.
This is an auto-resolve. This is, I mean, I heard that actually the auto-resolve can be pretty brutal when you're facing a siege with guns and you don't have any yourself. But I'm out of interest. I'm just going to see what it's like. Now, if we were to lose this fight, I would be torn whether or not to reload it and fight it myself. But for this, we're just going to see. Decisive victory. That'll do. Okay, so auto-resolve is not too horrific. Hello, Vasca. Thank you very much. Glad you're enjoying. So it looks like the old music, the old battle music, the old victory music has been replaced by this, and I think somebody mentioned that we could actually mod in or put in the old battle music. So I was watching somebody's LP of this and they had the old battle music playing. So I like the old music. I mean, this is not bad, but it just has the same ring to it. I want to do my little dance again. I want to do my little dance. Right, we're going to peacefully occupy, of course. General increases in rank, finally. And this was actually a mission for us. We have successfully accomplished that mission. And we have now got the Shogun's authority, which gives us an improvement on the spread of pro-shogunate sentiment across all provinces, which might be good for Shimotsuke because it's actually a heavily pro-emperor province. Therefore, we are suffering a little bit with public order issues. So it actually might be worth. I was gonna, well, cannon range. No, thank you. Goodbye. Repair the fortress if we can. Why can't we repair the fortress? Because we have not enough money. We are literally broke. Broke as hell. Right. Well, we have a new land at least. So we're gonna put a traditional dojo here. We have no choice. If we want to recruit decent units, we're gonna have to put the dojo in. Good night, Ollie. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Have a good week. Yeah, exactly. I want to bust out the victory. Not that you can see me because there's no webcam, but you know, it was just nice to do it again. This has got a telegraph office and it's got a subsistence farming. Right, we've encountered another clan apparently, the Odawara. We'll get to those in a second, and the Utsunomiya are no more. Arrivederci, you imbeciles. Okay, so hey. How do we want to play this now then? Because we've got quite a few troops at our disposal, eating into our income. We could really do with another province to lighten the load, pay for the upkeep, and perhaps a few of these guys being thrown upon their spears wouldn't necessarily be a tragedy. So yeah, I'm thinking we definitely need to head to here. So before we do that, we're just going to once again take a brief look at the diplomatic situation. We have encountered a new clan. Which clan was that? That was the Odawara, who have 1, three lands just to the south of Shimotsuke, quite nicely. So it's just the Numata that is the only red blip in the immediate vicinity. So yeah, we'll have to deal with those. Keep trying my hand with these Morioka fellas.
Welcome. Be seated.
Not interested. And what about... why the Matsume? They switched allegiance. Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that. They were green a minute ago, now they're red. Why? What? Wow. They've switched allegiance. Which means that island is right for the picking, but really taking on a clan that has got so many lands is probably outside of our remit right now, and we struggle to get there with no ships. You can do it from your family tree screen. Ah. Not that we would do that. Our clan is loyal to the shogunate. And we will remain loyal. Alright, so I was going to say, because I was just about to see if they would ally with us, but so having all these alliances, if any of these clans do exactly the same trick and turn their allegiance around, that could prove to be quite a tricky situation. It really is quite amazing how, I mean, obviously I played the original campaign so long ago, but this does feel distinctly different from the original campaign, and how it plays out. The two different sides, you know, the precarious nature of switching allegiances we just see now, and the whole gunpowder thing as well. The battles play out differently. It's quite remarkable how different this campaign is. Anyhow, we need to plan for our future. And that future involves us heading down here. That is their settlement, I assume. That is... how big is it? It's not that big. So I'm kind of wondering... we'll have to give it a turn anyway, but this settlement here, because it's pro-Emperor, I'm thinking it's, without a garrison in here of decent size, it's going to be a problematic place. Now, is it the Shinsengumi that can actually turn a populace round, subdue dissidents? Yeah. I think we're going to need to use him in here to do that. Get this settlement round to our way of thinking as quickly as possible. So we'll do that next turn. Have him subdue this populace. So we've got the shogunate buff as well to help. So we should be okay. Have we changed that? One more turn, not a problem. Right, let's end the turn then. Let's end the turn. It's quite amazing how this campaign has gone completely and utterly against my plans. Completely and utterly against my plans. If everything went according to plan, we would have not been going this way. We would have been up here with a training dojo looking at some nice charge bonus and taking it from there. But instead we've ended up initially having to defend against the Utsunomiya, and then the next plan was to deal with these guys, but then that was whipped away from us. So it's all very fluid at the moment. They will obey, you're damn right. How's that looking? Well, for the time being, it's looking just about happy, but that is because of the massive garrisoned troops. We take the garrison out, we lose 15 repression, which would be quite an issue. Resistance to invaders decreases with every turn. We could tax exempt them. If we move our garrison out, that might help. Because we could really do with heading quickly. Could really do with seeing what's going on there to start with. She's not very quick at all in moving.
Pausing to rest.
Can you recruit a new agent? No. Can we recruit a new building? No. We are poor. If we go to expenses, I think we can see that the issue is the army upkeep. It's costing us 2,300. We have got far too many troops for the size of our land. So that's the problem at the moment. We need to put them to use, otherwise they're just draining our coffers and we're getting nowhere. So I'm actually going to take the army out of here, of these experienced troops, keep those troops in for now, and I'm going to, we do have military access, right? Make a beeline for here. Access denied. No, okay, cancel that move off. Just move here then.
At your command. Destination reached.
Leaves that a little bit naked, if you will, but there's no massive issues that I can see. This could be a risk, but well, needs must at this current time. So let's bring them south. Let's just see how much we can get away with taking out here. And he's leveled up again. Oh no, he's leveled up finally. It's the first time he's leveled up. Right, okay, so we've got Mr. Yamakawa Hiroshi ready to level up. Let's have a look at what we can get. So we've got Defender. Defending, detecting, campaign line of sight, or we've got Aggressor. Melee attack, command when attacking, 6 accuracy of bodyguard unit, replenishment rate, campaign movement rate, command versus ambushing, extra looting, extra command when attack. So this is more of an attacking based line. This is more of a defending based line. Well, he's actually on the attack, so we'll go with attacking then. It seems to make the most sense. So we'll go attacking there, and let's have a look at these. Meat extract, +1 to morale of this man's bodyguard, -7% to the campaign movement range of all units, +2 to the melee attack of all units in the army in which this man is embedded. So slower movement, but extra melee attack. Or extra morale. Extra morale just to the man's bodyguard? +2 melee to the entire army. For a little bit of campaign movement sacrifice. I think that's probably quite decent. Yeah, seeing as we're loaded with melee troops, I think that's quite a good one for this particular army makeup as it stands. And in general, considering that we are going melee only. So that's him sorted. I was going to see how many we can take out realistically without causing too much public order problems. So we'll start by leaving in perhaps just a... Right, let me see if I can get this to work. No. Why is that not working? Why is the merging troops? Is it Shift M? Shift M doesn't work. M doesn't work. Control M did work on that occasion. I think. Did it work? I think it did. I think it might have worked. Possibly. Yes, it did. It is working. So it's a bit of a weird. It's weird how it's doing it. Right. Okay. So I'm going to take out the entire force and then just see. If we leave in the troops that aren't 100%, leave you guys in as well, and just move you out. How are you looking? Ooh, -7. Exempt them from tax, -3. Oh, this is problematic.
My lord. Obedience is vital, my lord.
That's probably going to cause a rebellion.
Yes, my lord.
I would think. Oh, this army is coming down and could sit in there and temporarily garrison that, help the situation, but we've got to wait. We've got to play the old waiting game. We could put some more men back in until we get to a point where they're going to be just about neutral.
At your command. As you command.
We can't move in without causing a war. Unfortunately, we can't move any closer than this. We're gonna have to wait for the geisha to get a move on.
Ready for battle.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Ready for orders.
We know where we stand. No point declaring war on them until we can get a precise look at exactly what's going down in these lands. And by the time that happens, you watch some other clan will have swooped in and taken them down, and then we're going to be stuck. We're going to be buggered. But there's nothing else that we can do at the moment. Kumagi Kazutoya. Okay. Kind of thinking what to do. I mean, obviously we're going for the this Kazuke land next. We'll see how that goes. But after we've got this, we're gonna have to put our thinking caps on, because where do we go? We're surrounded by friendly forces. So what we might have to do is turn on a pro-shogun clan that's not allied with anybody in particular. So like, they're allied, but they're not allied with any people that we know. For instance, these guys here, we don't know who they are. So these lands here, they might be the... they might be the Sunpu. Yeah, they are the Sunpu. These two are Sunpu. This is somebody else. The only question is, if we attack a pro-shogun faction, do we suffer any penalties with the other pro-shogun clans? That's my only question. Anyhow, I don't think there's much else for us to do. We've oh, wait a minute, yes there is. Let's have a look at this. So this is reduction to administration costs, extra wealth generated by farms. We've got a couple of farms. Okay, so if they're not allied, it's just another nondescript clan, which is fine. We could go for extra modernization. That's a line to get the charge bonus. 7 turns, and 7 turns is 14. 5 turns for this. I think this is probably best. I'll go with this one first. Alright. In terms of clan development, oh no, sorry, press that again. So I think we are still modernization level 1, clan development level 1, which means we still get the maximum bonuses. Yeah, job done. Let's end the turn and continue onwards. Autumn. Woo! We've made too many alliances. See, I haven't played this game, and obviously knowing what you do know about the fact that everyone's going to turn on you anyway, this makes no sense. But in terms of being at peace with your fellow neighbours, taking down the imperial enemy together, this makes sense to me. From a gameplay perspective, you're right, it has given us not much room to play with, because if we turn on one, we're going to be actually struck off with a lot of them because we're all intermingled. But from a sort of a joined up attacking the enemy perspective, this seems to make sense. And of course, when the tables do turn, it will be quite horrific. But what I'm trying to achieve in this playthrough, in some regards, is I've never lost a Total War campaign. I mean, I don't intend to start now, really, if we can help it. But you know, we've always ended up with victory, and this could well be the first time we might end up not achieving victory. Now, we may not end up dead. We may end up dead, but for me, I'm more concerned about how the campaign pans out and develops, and if there's any stories to come out of this when things go horribly sour, then that'll be enough for me. And if we end up dead because we had too many alliances and some faction turns their blade upon us, it'll make for a memorable end at least. Right, this is the new martyr, currently at peace. We're going to see how many troops they have in the next turn. So, I'm not accepting defeat. I'm just saying that in true dwarf fortress fashion, you know, your fortress eventually will cave in at some point. So it's not about the end result, it's about how you get there. That's the enjoyable part. So we shall enjoy these victories now while we can, because around the corner there's no doubt a Gatling gun and a massive cannon waiting to blast our troops to death. Right, so if we can get our shippy in there to subdue those dissidents, we can now finally fix that. We still can't build our dojo at the moment. These guys are coming down
Make haste, men.
very slowly. If we look like we're gonna die, we're gonna fall on our own swords. We ain't gonna be shot in the head with a damn gunpowder unit. We're gonna fall traditional style. Righty ho. So what do we get for autumn? I didn't see. Oh, a decrease in wealth is exactly what you need when you're struggling for coin, isn't it? Completely and utterly what you need. Yeah, we need to start focusing on economy. If we can't expand, at least what we need to be doing is we're in a sticky situation. We've got no income at all happening here. We need to get more land, more expansion to support our rather large force. Come on, just one more turn to see exactly what's going on there. Let's have a look at the repression in here. So this is an extra +2 from the Shimotsuke. This is going up by +4.5 per turn. So it's decreasing all the time, as is the the resistance to invaders is going down. So we can start to take out a decent sized army from here. But we can just take out as much as we need based upon the scouting of the geisha as to how to combat this clan here. So one more turn. One more turn, and then we should be able to plan. I'm also worried about how many turns we're blasting through here. Oh! The Nagawaka have been attacked by the Okazaki and the Sunpu. Now we know where the Sunpu are because we've just seen them. Don't know who these guys are. Now the Nagawaka are allied with the Yonezawa and us. This gives us a perfect opportunity to, of course, lay waste to their lands. So I think we should definitely honour this alliance. We're going that way anyway, and we've got quite a large army. The Nag. Do you mean? We entered on the side of the ally, didn't we? Wait a second here, wait a second. They haven't died, they're still there. The Nagawaka... So they just lost a trade route, okay. As long as we haven't dishonoured any form of relationship, but are we still allied with them? Yeah, we are. Okay, so it's just they seem to have just lost a trade route. So this is the Odawara. This is not who they're at war with. We are at war with the Kakagawa. The names just roll off the tongue. I'm thinking the Kakagawa are probably this clan here. And they're well away from us. Let's have a look at the Nagawaka. Yeah, they're... No. Let's have a look at that. So that's... it could be these guys. These are quite Numata. We're dealing with the Numata. These guys... I can't remember who these guys were. Odawara... These guys are the Sumpu, right? These were the Sumpu. But we can't see the Sumpu yet. But so these guys... So we're at war with the... No, we're not. We're at war with the Kakagawa. Oh, it's all bloody swings and roundabouts. It's hard to follow what's going on in this bloody political game. It's all up in the air.
You have me do at once,
Oh, this land looks right for the picking.
treading softly.
Treading very softly, right, treading quickly. Treading very quickly. Army, assemble the men. Assemble.
Nothing else.
Oh, plenty of public order in here now. Plenty. Just leave 3.
Your orders, my lord.
Oh, plenty. Good old Shinsengumi working wonders. Working wonders there. Right. Move. Next turn, we attack. In fact, how many turns? This is 3 turns. So if we move here now, we might be attacking 2 turns. So we're going to move there. Declare war straight away. We could...
Speak plainly. Speak quickly. Your presence is not entirely welcome.
Again, there's nothing lost from calling our allies to help us. Other than they may take their land before we do, which is unlikely because we're almost there. So let's bring them in. Brothers in arms.
I had grown wary of talking when there is work for...
Without delay.
Right, can we get there in 1 turn now? Still 2, bugger.
If only I could.
So if they've got an army hidden somewhere that we can't see, well then, well, we'll have to deal with it. But we are pretty decent in terms of our size and potential strength, unless they've got some fancy units. So in here, these guys are coming down to reinforce here, which is they've got I'm gonna do a complete not a U-turn here and split these troops in 2. So I'm gonna have half. How annoying would that be? We've been marching and marching for several months, and all of a sudden, do you know what? Actually, change of plan. Go back from whence you came. Just an exercise in fitness. That's all it was. So half are going to go down here because we've already got 3 in here, so that's fine. And we'll put the rest back in there. I'm a little bit concerned that my daimyo is a tad exposed up here. So we'll kind of rebolster up in Fukushima. We're down to only 19 profits per turn. We are literally scraping the barrel right now. But fingers crossed we take this land, get some more profits, get some more buildings and whatnot, and we should hopefully be better off. Still can't build our dojo, but this is tough. This is a very tough start.
Yes, my lord.
In terms of this army here then,
What is your
we can't really afford to do anything with it. But we can only distract all the garrison as well. But we should have enough men
At your command.
to deal with him and his little garrison without too much issue.
That is all I offer. It is
They
pure, honestly made.
are destitute. Destitute. I mean, we're not far behind you, my friends. We're not far behind. We could be described as destitute. The only saving grace is we have some lands that once we can get cut down on our upkeep, we should be okay. Farrell, you're a little bit screwed, aren't you? You're at war with so many people. You've ticked so many people off. And Toki Fumio, I'm sorry, but we cannot accept. We cannot accept. Destitute means broke, poor. Yeah, very poor.
Spoken with commendable honesty.
We have spoken with honesty. You know, we could have fleeced you for a fee. We could have actually said, you know, oh, well, man, the destitute, but we could have tried to say, look, give us some coin, we'll have a peace treaty, and then kill them, which would have been completely dishonourable. So no, we will be completely honourable and tell them to their face, no, we're going to kill you. It will be an honourable death. You should be thankful.
Ready for battle. March.
We will kill you and give you an honourable death. Don't take it personally, though. Don't take it personally.
Ready for order.
You just happen to support the wrong person, is all. We won't hold it against you. So while we're dealing with the Numata, we are going to see where we might be able to expand next, because we need to get a Shufti on. To the south, it seems to be a relatively friendly place. Just this. So who are these people? The Odawara. Yeah, I was considering turning my blade, wasn't I? So the Sunpu. So this must be the Sunpu. So the Sunpu are also Shogun faction. One step at a time. Let's get this dealt with first, and then we'll take it from there. One more turn. I don't think I've ever gone through turns as fast as this in any of my Tilt War playthroughs. I mean, I'm still going pretty slowly, don't get me wrong, but there's just the constant ending of turns without really doing too much. It just feels like times are ticking. Is there a way to see how many turns we have left? The game ends in 1876, which there's 12 turns per year, so that's 12 years away from now. Will it be 11? 11, 12, there's still over 100 turns to go. We shouldn't really be concerned with that, I don't think. We should be fine. We may not even survive that many turns. What am I talking about? We could be dead in 50 turns.
At your service at once.
Okay, so we've got a nice contingent of troops here in Shimotsuke. A contingent of troops in Fukushima, soon to be, with the daimyo present, and soon, fingers crossed now, to be, hopefully, in possession of a new settlement. Now this is slightly stronger. It's got 6 units, and which means it might be an auto-resolve issue, this, actually. Not really. Couple of bits and bobs. I think this is pretty straightforward also. Yeah. My usual auto-resolving strategies being any sort of army strength ratio of 3 to 1 or greater. I tend to auto-resolve. Anything less than that and we'll fight it ourselves. As we listen to the catchy music just for a little while. Marvellous. Don't worry, for the next session I'll have the Blood mod installed and I'm going to have old music back again. Peacefully occupy and boo boo boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada boo 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 boo. We have 3 settlements. Oh yes, we do. We have 3 settlements to our name, and we are still only cooping or raking in, collecting 214. That's a problem. That's a slight problem. So I think what I'm debating what to do here. I'm thinking this is probably a nice place to leave the session, actually. It's obviously an hour shorter than a usual stream, but I do have some things to do this evening before I go to bed. So yeah, I think given the current circumstances, we are in a bit of a pickle because we are now surrounded by allies, as in these guys, and these guys, and we are also surrounded by pro-shogun clans that we are not necessarily allied with in these guys and these guys. So we need to start thinking about what on earth are we going to do next. So I'm going to go through the options now, and you can feel free to leave comments and whatnot as to what you want me to do potentially. We can discuss it now, in fact, if you want, because we need to make a plan. Let me just get everything sorted before we do that, though. Just make sure that everything is hunky-dory. What I'm going to actually do is try and find out who this clan is. That's the Odawara, that's the Odawara, that's the Odawara. That's the Sunpu, that's the Sunpu. So we have actually come across the Sunpu now. So we can actually trade with two people. So do we want to trade with these guys if we're going to actually turn our attack onto them? So if we look at the Sunpu, they're actually enemies with the Josei, who we are allied with. They are trade partners with the Odawara and the Nagawaka, but they're not allied with the Nagawaka. And the Kakegawa we are enemies with. They are allied with the Kakegawa. So let's have a look at who the Kakegawa are. And the Kakegawa must be the owners of Totomi. So I think we're almost answering our own question here. That in terms of who to attack next, I'm thinking we've got the perfect candidates here. We have got this little connection down here of the Odawara, the Sunpu, and the Kakegawa. These are all in cahoots with each other, but more importantly, they're attacking our ally, one of them. So I think that's pretty much made my mind up for me. We need to deal with this little triumvirate here. This little triumvirate of pro-shogun clans who are causing concern. As to their motives, we do not know what they are doing, but they have drawn our attention, which is bad news for them. So I think that's pretty much actually answered the question. I think we have our next targets. The question will be how we go about dealing with them. Now it makes me wonder, a bit of a short-sighted problem of taking these troops back here. We could maybe have used those guys to lay waste to these people. Now, I mean, the Josei are not exactly shrinking violets. They have a load of troops, particularly here, so they should be able to hold their own. But I think if we can drag them into the fight with the Odawara as well, and we take this from a sort of a three-pronged attack. The Nagawaka are obviously aggressive with the Kakegawa, for instance, where we will be aggressive with these guys as well, and then pincer them in from this side. We can almost have a three-pronged approach with the right diplomatic manoeuvring. So yeah, that seems to me to be quite an interesting proposition going forward. In terms of how we do go forward then, let's just take a look. So who is it best for us to attack first? We're already well with the Kakegawa, but they're too far away. I'm thinking the Sunpu. Our best bet.
It is good to see a friendly face. Come, let us talk and take tea, perhaps.
I was just wondering if we get them to break their alliance with the Sunpu, but yeah, perhaps not. So if we attack the Odawara, who are here, the Sunpu would... the Odawara are also enemies with the Josei. So the Josei are at war with both the Sunpu and the Odawara. Right. So the Sunpu... I think we should wage war on the Sunpu, personally. I think the Odawara are the Josei are kind of taking care of these guys. We launch an attack on the Sunpu. The Nagawaka are already attacking the Kagagakuawas people. Yeah. So we've got them pincered in. I think that sounds like a good plan to me. We've got to be very careful, of course, of the Odawara attacking us. But so Kai is Sunpu, and Suruga is Sunpu, Aizu is Odawara, Sagami is Odawara, and Musashi is... So they've got 3 lands, which is a little bit concerning if they turn their attentions to us. Totomi is Kagawa, this is Nagawaka. Okay, so we're going to send her down to here, and then to there, just to see what's going down.
Making my way there. I shall rest a while.
Okay, so you can't go directly there, there's a big mountain, so you've got to go round. Not a problem. But yeah, I think that's going to be our next move in the next session. We're going to make plans and prepare to wage war on the Sunpu, the Odawara if necessary, and the Kakagawa. This should be quite interesting. In the meantime, we'll just tidy up our settlement issues here. So we've just taken Kozukusuki. We can't afford to damage to fix the fortress. Don't have enough coin. This has a magistrate, which brings in spread of influence. It's actually a spread of... Is a magistrate a spread of... It'd be a spread of our influence. What's the settlement influence? Oh, it's 100% pro-emperor. Oh my god. Holy moly. That needs to change. That needs to change. So the guy from here, if we take him out of here, the Shinsengumi, let's have a look. If he moves out of there, that might... 33% pro-shogun now. Let's just take him out and see what that does.
I am ready to serve.
Nope, it's still happy now. Still going up at 4.5%, so that's quite good. So yeah, he could be better served, definitely in there. So take him across. Get him to subdue those guys. In terms of the number of units here, if we are going to be dragged into a war with the Odawara, we're going to have some semblance of a garrison, just in case the doo-doo hits the old fan. Can't recruit any more agents at the moment. Fine.
Up to your service.
Okay, very good, and that's done and dusted for the time being. Okay. So we know where we're going next. We're going down there. The only other issue is the issue of coin. We're broke, and it's to do with the upkeep of... It's to do with the amount of troops we've got. But the more lands we take, that should sort of offset that. But it's not happening very quickly. So I suppose the question is: should we disband some of our units now? Like up here, we've got... I mean, how much is it? How much upkeep is it per single of one of these guys? Spear levy, upkeep, 80. It's not really a massive amount. 3, 6. You know, is that excessive? Having 6 lots of spear units in a settlement that's surrounded by allies at the moment? I know they could turn on us, but ultimately, I mean, so that'll save us 240 if we get rid of these guys and put the experienced ones in. That'd save us 240. Here it's going to be a war front, so we can't really do anything about this. And this is our mobile force, so we can't really do anything about this. I think we'll have to chance it up here and get rid of the unexperienced spearmint levy and just keep the experienced ones in. Whether we do that now, actually, because we should still have a decent public order with just the daimyo in there. So we'll do that now, in fact. Let's get rid of those guys. Get these guys in. And we're up to 481, which is still not marvellous, but it is a little bit better. And as we will take, fingers crossed, a couple more lands in the next session, we should be looking even better than that. So I think we are in a nice place to leave off. So there you go. Next session will be a recording session. A couple more LP videos before I go on holiday. Back to normality. But yeah, we're going to launch an attack on the Sunpoo. Strange name. And yeah, we'll see if we can hopefully avoid too much problems with other allies of theirs being dragged into the war and striking us down. But let's just hope that the Josei and Nagawaka can assist. So a bit of 3-on-3 action. It's going to be rather interesting. So yeah, and let's hopefully see if our financial fortunes can turn themselves around. Fingers crossed, because we need a flipping traditional dojo. By hook or by crook, we need a traditional dojo. We are currently still unable to recruit the very troops that we need to recruit. We're going for samurai only, yariki and all the nonsense that comes with it, and we have not got a means to recruit them yet. And we are how many turns into the campaign? So although this is not quite as bad as the start to the original Shogun 2 campaign where we almost actually suffered defeat, we were one battle away from defeat there. We haven't been that bad, but in terms of actually financially and with the way that the enemies have sort of slowed us down and made us change our plans, it's been probably the most awkward, I say awkward, it's been the most awkward start to a Total War campaign, I think. And I don't think it's going to get any better. But yeah, thanks for watching. There's going to be Red Dead Redemption coming tomorrow and on Wednesday, and I'll probably get an episode of this up on Thursday, and the stream for CK2 this week is going to be on Friday because I'm busy on Saturday, so it'll be a Friday CK2 stream. So you should get videos every day this week to keep you occupied, and I'm going to try my very best to have some of these videos and some Red Dead videos stockpiled up to schedule for when I'm away. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your weeks. I always say this, but I do enjoy streaming, of course, but I hate Monday streams because I always sign off by saying enjoy the rest of your week. It's the start of a working week. I prefer a weekend stream because it's the weekend. But anyway, yes, enjoy your weeks. Hopefully see most of you on Friday for some more shenanigans with Emperor Yesek. And yeah, until next time, good night. Oops.